Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Question: have you ever tried to figure out how to survive and or stay sane on a low income job? I get it, like rent is high, mortgages are high, gas is slowly but increasing, and food prices. Don't get me started on the food prices. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how I budget every single dollar while still saving and paying off debt on my low income. So let's get straight to it. I use the Paycheck budget planner that I always link in my bio. It's free. You don't have to register or do anything for it. You just download it at the click of a button. So I put my income at the top, whether I get one, two, or three. In this case, I got three incomes. I calculate the totals. I then have my bills that I pay on a monthly basis, my cash envelopes that I plan on withdrawing money for, my debt that I usually pay for using my savings/checkings account, my sinking funds, and then my savings. As you guys can see, it has a budget area and it has an actual area. So what I did off camera, I would say about a week ago, is I put all my numbers for my budget. Certain things may increase or decrease. Please note that this was based off of me just receiving my regular monthly paycheck of $3,257.53. I hoped to have leftover $25 as a buffer in my regular checkings account, and then I completely forgot that I was going to get paid. So as you can see, I budgeted zero. What I'm gonna do off camera and come back on is going to put the actual numbers on the side for my bills, cash envelopes, debt, sinking funds, and savings. I'll be right back. All right, so what I did was I wrote the actual amounts for everything, and then I highlighted the things that were changed, whether it was changed by an increase or a decrease. So let's talk about it. Because I got extra money left over as well as being paid for my part-time job, instead of me just receiving $3,282.53, it increased to $3,849.58. So I ended up having an extra $500 plus. Beautiful. I love to hear increase. So what I decided to do, the summer is coming up, and as someone who lives down South Florida, we all know your light bill starts to increase. So what I decided to do was throw an extra $5 to my light bill account, so that way that extra $5, I'll just let it roll over for the next few months, so that way I have extra money for the light bill. I'd rather have extra money than not enough. My Apple bill only decreased and went from, let's see, $183.45 to $183.34. So that was what, 11 cents difference. So that was just that for my bills. For my cash envelopes, I increased my gas to $130 because last month I forgot that I was gonna be working my part-time job, and so I ran out of gas money almost at the end of the month, so close to my final amounts left in my cash envelope. So money was tight for gas. So in order to avoid that, for April, I increased it by $10. Fun, I increased from its usual $100 to $125, simply because my siblings and I like to do activities every couple months together. So I need to spot my portion. I increased it to $25. Laundry, I dropped to $5. I've been doing laundry at home in my apartment complex because we have a washer machine, and I've been making sure to do washing every week, so that way I save up on money and I save a bunch. Usually I budget aside, I believe, $30 for the month. Lately, $25 has actually been too much, but I want to see how much I have left at the end of the month to help me determine if I should keep this $25 or drop it even lower. So now that these three categories are dropped, Capital One, I went over budget for a couple things, and so I needed to pay my capital bill of $243.95. My sinking funds, I'm going on vacay in May, specifically Memorial Day weekend. So in order for me to have money to put my portion of the hotel ready and down, I needed to add $275 instead of my $125. The more money, the better. My health, I do have a dermatologist and dentist appointment coming up. Yes, the dentist does cover my cleaning that is required biannually. However, if you want to get like fluoride, or if you want to get a whitening, or anything outside of the cleaning is extra. So, and then I forgot to mention, my chemical peel for my dermatologist is not free. It's not included in insurance. It's $180. So slow and steady, adding $75 will help cut the cost. Future me, I put $125 with $100 coming from the part-time job for taxes. For some reason, part-time jobs do not take enough. So I added $100 to this so that way it can cover taxes for 2026 when I have to file for 2025. And those are basically what changed. Now you'll notice at the bottom, although I had extra money, when I recalculated everything while increasing and decreasing in certain areas, my leftover money is $328.65. Although I got an extra 500 and some change, there's only like a $7-8, or not even $7 or $8, about a $12 to $13 difference between the two. So you're probably wondering, what am I going to do with this $328.65 buffer? I'm going to assign it a job. One of them is I need to buy undergarments, so I'm gonna take about 180 of it to get some undergarments. The remaining of it is going to go towards these saving challenges that I started for the year, which hopefully I'll talk about in another video. So out of the 328, 165, 180 is going to go to undergarments. So I'll be left with $148.65. I'll keep the 65 in my account, and then I will I was saving stuff the remaining 148. So yeah, that concludes it. This is how I budget my monthly check. If at any point I end up having a leftover, or if one of my part-time paychecks coincides with my regular income, beautiful, I'll be able to stack and add it, and every dollar will have a job. But yeah, that concludes it. This is how I budget all my income on a month-to-month basis. I make sure that every dollar has a job. It can't just sit there, because as you know, when money starts to sit there, you're not sure what to do with it. What are you gonna do? Spend it. And we don't want to do that. We want to see how much money we can allocate towards savings, towards investments, towards a bill, towards debt, whatever you can think of. Any extra money that's sitting idle, give it a job. So in the comments down below, please let me know, what do you like to do with your extra money that you have laying over in your account? Do you cash stuff it? Do you put in a high yield savings? Do you invest it? Do you just let it sit there? Do you splurge? Like, what do you do with it? As always, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.